All right, so we all got siblings here, everybody. Did anybody have a sibling that told on them as a kid?
It's a big no-no.
It happens, right? It happens. The siblings do stuff like that. Well, imagine you're not a kid anymore and your brother is Michael Sanchez. Michael Sanchez is the brother of Lauren Sanchez. Lauren Sanchez is the woman who was having the affair with Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. They are now since together after they've been outed. Michael says he made a deal with the devil, and he confirmed he helped break the story of their affair with the National Enquirer. But he says he did it to protect his sister. He wanted to make sure the news broke after their spouses were told. How nice of him. He denies having anything to do with the more intimate pictures that were used to blackmail Bezos. So how would you handle this if this were your brother?
This sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you don't ever go against the family.
No, you don't. And the thing is, if someone's cheating on someone else, you don't go and sell the story public, especially if it's your family member. The only time you should really say anything is if your friends or family are the ones getting cheated on, and you need to let them know that the person they're with, you're gonna make me yawn, Felicia.
Wait, what?
You almost yawned and I was about to catch it.
If we'd have got that on camera, that would have been...
I'm sorry. I'm not getting enough oxygen to my brain. Let me work on that.
Did she actually yawn?
No, her face started moving, and I was like, I'm going to catch it today.
I'm going through some nasal things today.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you just don't do that to your friends or family. And honestly, he did this for a very low number. He sold this for $200,000. Jeff Bezos, I was looking it up, makes $215 million a day.
So if you're going to sell out your family.
So $200,000, just ask Jeff Bezos for money.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on.
$200,000 for us is obviously a ridiculously large amount of money. But if you're going to really get it from a guy like that, you might as well go for millions. You're right. You're right.
But I mean, if you go, it doesn't work like that. Like if you go to your family member and you ask them for $250,000, I mean, I guess it depends on the family member's relationship, but they're not just going to usually give you $250,000. Like it has to be for a good reason, or it has to be for a business investment or something like that. So it's like the fact that he just did it all for money is just what feels wrong. Like you sacrificed our relationship and the love that we have for money.
Well, I guess that's the I want to say $1 million question. That's the $200,000 question is how close were Michael and Lauren, right? Because obviously this must be a fractured relationship for him to go this route. And Michael, by all accounts, seems like he is a financially steady guy. So it's not like he was out, of house and home and needed this money. Like it is probably for a guy like that who's making good money in the celebrity world. It's a small amount of money. So for me, it must be a personal vendetta. If I were her, it'd take a lot for him to earn his way back in. Your family's your family no matter what, but that was clearly a vindictive move, from a family member. And that's a tough spot. I couldn't imagine it because I'm lucky enough to have family that I know would always have my best interest.
Right.
I can make the world's worst mistake, and we know what that is. I hate to be dark here, but take somebody's life, and my family would probably stand by me.
Yeah.
Wow.
They would be very upset, but I feel like they'd come visit me and do anything like that. This is an extreme example.
They would still support you.
My point is, your family's your family till the end. So I guess as I say that, I'd almost have to say, hey, Lauren, you might want to have to just sit down with him, have a real talking to, but at the end of the day, that's your siblings.
I mean, but how is she ever going to trust him again? Like once somebody does that, they show their true colors. You need to work it out. But that's, and also we don't really know how he got the text yet. I was looking it up and the information isn't really out there yet. So it'll be interesting to see whether she sent them to him, whether he got on her phone, more about their relationship. I'm sure we'll know kind of in the coming
It's just
weeks,
messy. Like at this point, you just have to let it go. So for clarity, he's saying that he helped the Enquirer with their story and sent the conversation text, but he didn't send the naked picture text of Jeff Bezos.
He was like, I don't have access to those pictures.
At this point, now you want to be honest? Like, we can't take what you're saying. We can't believe that to any degree. It's like, what do we do with this information now?
But also, it was low-key not that salacious. You know what I mean? Like, this was a story for a couple days.
Right.
But then Jeff came out and said, him and his wife, or I think it was his lawyer, his PR team, said him and his wife haven't been together for some time. They've just been under the same roof.
This happens every day.
But this was like a known thing, kind of what was going on here. And now they're openly and out there together. So to me, this was, it wasn't a bombshell that maybe Michael intended it to be.
Right.
And I don't think it hit like he thought it would hit. Of course, it was covered for sure. It was all over Twitter. It was the headlines. but only for like a day or two. Then it
Yeah.
got revisited a little bit, but now these two are an item, and I just
Yeah.
don't think it's much of a story. The lasting impact, it has that feel of Meghan Markle and her family of how does family do one thing?
Yeah,
And
it's a
I
bad
guess-
look for every person involved.
Yeah.
Like the
And- but
people
I
that
guess-
did the cheating, the people that sold the story. It's just not good all around.
Yeah, nobody wins there. I guess though, I feel like you can't. I feel like you can forgive, but you never forget that.
Yes.
Like people have to understand, like when you fracture some things, that can't be rebuilt.
No.
Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it's just done, and you have to let it be done. And I believe they could probably get to a place where they're amicable.
It's family, they have
You know,
to.
it's family and everything, but it'll never be the same.
They have kids. You're an aunt. You're an uncle. Like it's more than just those two at that point.
Some trust can't be rebuilt. I
agree with you
believe
there.
it's
No doubt.
tough.